I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video, another player review, another Dan James, actually. 91 rated this time, of course. He did have an 86 rated. I mean, he still does. The thing that frustrates me about this is, yeah, he's going from an 86, but 91? I'm not gonna like say, oh, it's July, because I mean that's irrelevant, right? It doesn't matter what time of year it is. Every card that EA are releasing around now is 93 to 94 rated. We did have a 92 objective for Mbabu, and we had a 92 objective for, was it Roussillon as well? But I mean, even that, 92 would have been a little bit better. 91 Dan James is an upgrade, and a decent upgrade over the 86, right? So he's gone up by 5 shooting, 8 passing, 5 dribbling, 5 defending, 8 physical, which is nice to see. Only 1 in the pace, because he can't go up anymore, because he's already 99, or he was 98, now he's 99. So I get it, right? That makes perfect sense, not a problem. However, what hardship would it have been to give him a 93 rated card, even if they wanted to make the objective just a little bit harder? I was fully expecting, actually, to see some sort of academy-style upgrade system. So, for example, win 5 games, you get the 86. If you already got the 86, then you just crack on, right? But then you go to 88, then you go to a 90, and then you unlock the 93 or 94. That would have made better sense, in my opinion. We would have had some relatively nice high-rated cards to put into SBCs like we have done in the past, and it would have given us a much higher-rated Dan James, maybe stretched it out a little bit longer, because obviously it's a lot longer to do that way. I don't know. I mean, I know I've been talking 2 minutes, I haven't really talked about the card at all. You don't know whether it's worth grinding for yet, so let's get into it. 4-star, 4-star. Medium-high work rate, short and lean, 5'7", which is decent for this FIFA, not too bad at all. 99 sprint speed and pace in general, as we've already mentioned. 99 agility and balance. This is where the higher-rated card would have really, I think, kicked on, and we could have seen a bigger upgrade, because the 86 suffered from poor composure, reactions, not very good on the old ball control stat. Did suffer from poor vision as well. However, this card hasn't really improved much over the 86 in those dribbling departments. So you have 83 composure this time round, 86 ball control, and 85 reactions. Not to say that that is bad necessarily, because the agility, the balance, and the pace in general should, for the most part, make up for it. He should be a good player on paper, right? Realistically. The 86 to this day is still usable, I won't lie to you. It's not something I'd want to put into my team. It's not something I'm ever going to really complain about, though. So the 91, theoretically, on paper, shouldn't be too much of a problem. But it's just annoying that those stats aren't in the 90s, given how many cards come out that EA release. You know, that Ribéry, your Dembélés, even Belotti and Verdi. Those cards, not expensive to complete. And I know this is free, but those cards weren't expensive to complete. And their dribbling is through the roof. And I mean, they can juggle for days. They have got such good ball control. So it is very frustrating. Physicals, obviously, he's got the 99 stamina. His strength is up to 76. With the height, though, I don't think you're going to feel it, even if it was at 80-something. 99 short passing, good crossing at 99, which is invaluable, really. You need that in this game these days for the amount of times you have to go to the byline and cut it back. And then, of course, 92 vision as well, which is a slight increase of 8, which is more than slight, let's be honest. That's decent. Not going to moan about that. So, in terms of traits, just for those wondering, none. Let's go into the gameplay, and we'll have a look to see what he's all about. I knew kind of what to expect going into this beforehand, because I recently gave up the 86 on my, I want to say, Road to Glory account in an SBC, because I wasn't really using him anymore. I've got him on another account, obviously not anymore, because he's since gone into an SBC. Literally, like the last day, I think, maybe even, was it yesterday morning? I feel like the Dan James has been leaked for quite a while to come out. We didn't get the rating or anything, but we knew that Dan James was coming, and I believe we knew as an objective, so I knew I would get it done. So I gave up the 86. I've been using him in Prem teams to get like Bruno Fernandes done and stuff like that, and still usable, as I said at the beginning. Not without its faults for sure. Is the 91 an improvement? Yes. Can you tell it's an improvement? Yes, you can. The Composure is still very annoying, problematic, irritating, and all the rest of it. If you give him a sniper, which, by the way, is my TVM certified recommendation, you get 90 reactions, 91 ball control, 99 dribbling. You boost the Composure to 88, and then you also get 99 finishing as well as 98 positioning. That has to be the best chem style to use on Dan James because it hits a lot of the problem areas. The issue with Dan James is he has a lot of problem areas. They all tend to come in the dribbling department. As finishing goes, I don't suppose you really need to boost the finishing if you do decide to play him as a right mid or right wing, 4-2-3-1, as most people will play him like sort of outside cam or whatever. So you could decide to go a different way with it. Now, the only problem with that is you want to boost the Composure. The only other chem style you can get a Composure boost with is a Guardian. You don't want to give him that because you don't want to try and play him as a CDM. Because, let's be honest, he'd be awful. So that's why I'm saying Sniper has to be the chem style you go for. In terms of Composure, is it a problem? It's difficult to tell in this game when you've got, certain days are good for gameplay, certain days are bad for gameplay. Friday is notoriously not great. Weekend League opens. However, given the fact that it is mid to end July now, or late July, there are less and less people playing Weekend League. Therefore, you can get away with playing on a Friday night and not have the server overload that you used to have, because that was obviously the problem with playing on Friday night is just the sheer number of people playing Weekend League, and it was bogging down the servers and gameplay feels terrible. Wednesday nights are probably the worst. So I played him obviously on Friday night. Is it a problem? I don't know. I had some games where he didn't feel great, some games where he felt fine, other games where he felt, yeah, okay, this is a good card, and he feels really agile and mobile, and I didn't really have a problem with anything. So you got to take it with a pinch of salt. I think you can't say, yes, the Composure's a problem, no, the Composure's not a problem, because it's difficult to know what type of gameplay I was in. So just bear that in mind. Is the Composure an issue? I'm going to, underline, I'm going to say, yeah, it still is. He's not, amazing in front of goal. You can score goals with him, and I did play him primarily as a right wing, but I did move him into that cam position for a few games, and you'll see him get involved a little bit more, and that's kind of why, my right wing, in terms of a review, my right wing players, it's just a little bit boring. The only thing they really do is feed into the middle and allow the cam and the striker to do most of the work, or they run down to that byline and they do a cutback, and that is not exciting to watch. So even though you've seen a lot of that, I've tried to play him through the middle a bit to sort of mix it up slightly, and I hope that came across and that you actually preferred watching him through the middle than you did round the outside, if that makes sense. So with that being said, yeah, his Composure did let him down, I think, a few times. Like I said, it's difficult to tell whether it was the gameplay or the player, but you've got to take a little bit of accountability, and the Composure isn't great. In fairness, that is probably my only complaint. He's still a very, very quick player. Good on the ball in general. I don't think you need the dribbling boost, but it definitely doesn't hurt from the Sniper. The ball control boost definitely helps. The 86 had a very poor first touch in my experience, especially when you do a first-time fake shot. That was not pleasant to do with the 86. Very rarely did he scoop it into the right direction, or he'd overhit it, underhit it, and it would get stuck under his feet or just run away from him. It's better. It's not great, but it is better. The improvement, actually, for that ball control stat is only 4 from the 86 to the 91. Whereas realistically it should be bare minimum 5, but with the Sniper, of course, it has gone up by another 5, so we're looking at a 9 increase over that 86 card. You can tell it is definitely a difference, and it is more refined, it's better, but there is still a concern there. Overall, is he worth the unlock? Personally, I would say yes, because it's not a difficult objective to do. Definitely something you could do in your spare time, just chucking a couple of professional games on, doing 2 every other day or something, and you'll get it done easily enough. Professional AI, especially if you're playing against the sort of 60 rated teams with no chemistry, very easy. They don't, even if you let them play, they don't score goals, because they're just useless. So, they've got a goalkeeper up front and he'll just spoon it wide even if he gets one-on-one with a keeper. So I wouldn't really worry about unlocking it. I think you should go and do it. He's definitely worth it. Is it a player that you can put into your FUT Champs team? I mean, you could, but I wouldn't really want to. I think as a super sub is probably where this guy's strength lies. Off the bench against some tired legs, he's definitely going to be one of those pace merchants around the outside. I had fun with him, don't get me wrong. It is a good card. It's just a shame, and it is frustrating. And, of course, I am Welsh as well, so I back him in that way. Not a Man United fan, but 50-50 isn't too bad. I think it's a good card. I think you should get it because it's not difficult, and I think it would be decent off the bench. I am annoyed he's not higher rated, and I'm a little bit frustrated that some of his stats weren't boosted by a couple of points extra. But apart from that, solid card, well worth the unlock, and definitely good off the bench. Let me know what you think. If you have unlocked him yourself, if you have enjoyed the review, hit the like button. Subscribe to that channel. No, subscribe to this channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.